Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. And before we dive into today's conspiracy theory slash kiki, be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a kiki and a little bit of conspiracy is always better with community. Check out the description box below where you can shop our goodies, and also don't forget to check out the love collection and treat yourself or a friend. So with that, let's dive right on in. So today's conversation and kiki is going to be a little bit different. So I got these comments from my beautiful candy canes on some of my videos, and I thought that they asked a really great question, and it was a question that I had been thinking about anyway. So I wanted to sort of give my response and my theory on it, and I thought it would be cool to share it with everybody. So I've, blackened out their names just because, they left the comment publicly, but I want to respect their privacy. So I blacked out their names. But the first candy cane says, and again, sorry, if it's not clear, we are talking about the beef between Erika and Garcelle, and how everybody who is on Erika's side, i.e. Lisa Rinna and Dorit and Kyle at that particular time, obviously now Kyle and Erika have their own beef. We can save that for another video. But at this particular time, Kyle, Dorit, Rinna, and Erika really were beefing with Garcelle and really sort of bringing her to task of why she keeps bringing up, Erika's drinking issues, mixing alcohol with meds. What are your intentions? Are you being genuine? Blah, 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 blah. So that is the context of these questions. And then we will watch a scene, and then we will dissect it. Okay, and I'll give you my theory on what it is. Okay, so the candy cane said, the way they keep talking about Garcelle being concerned for Erika as if there was something evil about that and making a bigger deal out of that than Erika's treatment of both Garcelle's sons gets me. I think this is a very valid point. Then another candy cane responded and said, right, Rinna sat there and said nothing. Rinna was the first to bring up Erika mixing drugs and alcohol after Diana's party. Erika even told Lisa and Garcelle she passed out and hit her head. Bloop. That part. Okay, so this is a really good question, right? Why does Team Erika keep trying to villainize Garcelle for expressing concern about Erika's, drinking, mixing meds, partying, crazy behavior? And also, how come Rinna gets a pass and Rinna doesn't say anything when Rinna, kind of has, talked about it and confronted Erika about it as well? They had that little, to me, it seemed very staged scene with Erika and Mikey and Rinna, their little fake intervention, and then Lisa Rinna literally says nothing. But let's watch, and then we'll go into my theory as to why.
Later. Oh, ma'am.
You have a drinking problem?
No, I don't have a drinking problem.
Neither do I, but you tried to push it.
Have I said it about you? Yeah, I thought you did. Because there were so many instances where you were out of control.
Three.
Okay.
Excuse me. You know exactly what I've been going through, and I told you straight up what happened.
Right.
But you tried to push that false narrative that I had a problem.
I did not try to push that.
Yeah, you did. You kept talking about it.
No. What I did, Erika, is that I said you need to figure out your medicine and drink ratio.
I did.
That's what I said.
I did.
It's a narrative, but just because you don't like it, doesn't make it false.
Are you trying to get over, or are you trying to be helpful?
That's how I felt. And when I had drinks with you, I said I was worried about you.
Are you, though?
Yeah.
My point is this. It's just that if I had a problem, you would kind of be the last person to know. Because these women are the closest to me.
Oh, I know. God, you guys say that almost every other day.
What I meant by that is that they would notice my behavior and probably pull me aside and be like, hey, what's going on with you? What's wrong with you? All of that aside, it felt as if you went to different people in this group and talked about, does Erika have a problem?
It makes it feel like I'm like, oh my God, let's get together so we can talk about Erika. So I saw Erika last night, and she totally said, I'm not allowed to drink when I'm on these meds.
Did you feel concerned?
I did.
She's gone through so much. She's sort of like being a little more free with us and letting her hair down and showing a more...
You don't think that could lead to an alcoholism? I got together with these ladies and I said, does Erika seem like something's happening with her?
Okay, but is that to make Erika look bad, or is that out of genuine
Erika, I don't have to make you look bad. You can do that on your own.
And you can make yourself look like a liar right now.
Oh, so now you're calling me a liar?
It makes it feel like you had some other ulterior motive. You just wanted me to have a problem, and if
you having a problem doesn't change my life in any way.
And it does, and it
Good
shouldn't,
or bad.
or anybody else's. And it's my life to destroy or build or
Then
rebuild.
destroy it. Blow up your life. It's your prerogative.
It's not like
Bloop, bloop, bloopity bloop, bloop, bloop. Okay, let's get into it. All right, so a couple of things. One, Erika, when you say to Garcelle, these women would be the first to know. These women are the ones who actually know me. They're my friends. You wouldn't know. Well, that's a bunch of BS because number one, like I said before, we saw that, to me, staged. It was clearly staged between Lisa Rinna, Erika, and Mikey, that like intervention that they had with Erika because she was drinking too much, acting erratically, mixing alcohol with meds. And she admits out of her own mouth on camera to these people that she got so drunk, she blacked out, she threw up, she hit her head. So if you are saying this, how is that Garcelle trying to make you look bad? If you never said it yourself, honestly, we would have never known. So it's not Garcelle trying to make you look bad. It's like exactly what Gar said. You can do that on your own. Secondly, just because Garcelle is not necessarily close to you as a friend, you've attacked both of her children while under the heavy influence of alcohol and meds. So she would notice because out of everybody in the group, you've attacked her on a different level. Yes, you attacked Sutton, but you attacked Sutton against Sutton. The only person in the group that you've attacked on a mother level, going after their children level, has been Garcelle. You went after Oliver and you went after Jax. So of course she's going to notice, and of course she's going to check you, and of course she's going to talk about your drinking and your mixing meds because you get wasted and you think it's okay and appropriate to go after her children. So that doesn't make any sense. Of course Garcelle is going to notice. You're attacking her children. How could she not? Oof. Okay. Now, my theory as to why these women cannot get it through their heads that Garcelle is being genuine, it's not even for a storyline. It's not even because they want to create division and have sides and the faux Fox 4 and all of this. I think it actually just boils down to a very cliche buzzword, but I think it applies here. I actually think it just boils down to authenticity. I think that Garcelle is being authentic. I think she's saying, hey, listen, you're drinking, you're mixing meds, you're being sloppy. You're passing out on boats. You're yelling at my children. You're coming on to my other child. You know, you're vomiting. You're hitting your head. You're blacking out. You're being literally out of control. You're showing up with no underwear, showing everybody your hoo-ha. You're just being sloppy. You're all over the place. You're crying. You're singing with Asher at Christmas. It's just a hot mess. And I think that these women cannot understand authenticity because everything they do, even though they do it in a very sloppy way, even though they do it in a very obvious way, even though they do it and it's so clear that they're being fake and phony and calculated and manipulative, everything they do it with manipulation in mind, with trying to control the narrative in mind. It is so clear that the group of women, you know, Erika, Diana, Rinna, Lisa, like Lisa Rinna, Erika, Dorit, Diana, and Kyle all get together, primarily Dorit, Erika, and Rinna all get together and say, hey, what are our storylines going to be? What's the narrative going to be? Who are we going to go after? Who are we going to pick on? Who are we going to bully? What are we going to bring up? They did it to LVP. They did it to Yolanda. They did it to Denise. They did it to Kim Richards. They tried to do it to Kathy, but that blew up in their face. Where we see they get together and they try and calculate and manipulate storylines. So when they do have their conversations, it's so obvious that they're pre-scripted. They got together and said, well, what are we going to say? Who are we going to go against? What stories are we going to plant? So they cannot understand in their minds, because they're not genuine, they're not authentic, that someone could be on the show and actually just be genuinely like, hey, what is up with this girl? And it was very suspicious that Lisa Rinna sat there quiet. And it was very suspicious that Erika never mentioned the fact that Lisa Rinna had her little faked intervention with her. So either one or two things. They just wanted to lie to make Garcelle look bad in that moment. Or two, they went back and shot that scene. There's those are the only two options, because the scene exists and we saw it, and we saw it before we saw this. So those are the only two options. Lisa Rinna and Erika were lying when Lisa Rinna sat there and said nothing, and Erika said none of them have come to me, but we saw it with our own eyes. Or after this scene, they went back and reshot it and then inserted it earlier on. Those are the only two options, which again goes into the narrative that these women are fake and phony and calculated, and their storylines are fake and phony and calculated, and they clearly get together to target people. So when a Sutton or a Garcelle shows up and they just are who they are, or a Kathy Hilton shows up, they're not calculated, they're not being manipulative, they show genuine concern, they don't know what to do, because they don't know how to trust other women who are being authentic, because they know how fake and phony they are themselves. Dorit even said it on the after show with Watch What Happens Live. Oh, well, when they were talking about Garcelle forgiving Erika for what she did with Jax, and they're like, and Dorit was like, oh, well, were you keep bringing up Erika's alcoholism because you were still mad about the Jax thing? And Garcelle, the queen she was like, no. She was like, when I told Erika I forgave her, I did forgive her. And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't understand that you can actually address someone. They can say sorry. You can take the apology and you can forgive them and you can move on, and it can be genuine, because all of these women lack authenticity. We see it with Diana. Every time she opens her mouth, it's so clearly a scripted, pre-described thing that either Lisa Rinna or Erika told her to say. Oh, Sutton, you're sloppy with your words. How do you know that, Diana? You don't know Sutton. Oh, Garcelle, you're so guarded. Why are you saying that? They're talking about Erika's legal stuff. Oh, Kathy was crazy. I had never seen anything like it. She was out of control. But Diana, you weren't even in the Sprinter van, and you weren't staying at Kyle's house in Aspen. So theoretically, you weren't even a witness to what Kathy said or didn't say. So clearly you're lying, and you're just saying that to back up Lisa Rinna. So we've seen the work, and we've seen all of these ladies' slips showing. So of course they're going to try and villainize Garcelle and even Sutton, you know, because they're being genuine and honest. And I think it goes even beyond just a storyline. I think it goes beyond just us versus them. I think it's really a deep-seated, I mean, honestly, for lack of a better term, evilness in these women, that they see their own darkness, that they cannot believe light in anybody else. They have to question light in anybody else because they're so dark themselves. They don't know what it's like to be genuinely concerned for somebody else. I keep saying Erika Rinna. Erika said it herself. I don't give a damn about anybody but myself. So of course she's going to question when somebody genuinely cares about her, because she doesn't get that people can genuinely care about other people without an ulterior motive, because she doesn't have the capacity to care about other people without an ulterior motive. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I think the core of it is. I think these women lack a sense of self. I think they lack self-esteem. I think they lack authenticity. And I think it's time for this to be shaken up. And I think that's why Garcelle, where she may not have the strongest, storyline, quote unquote, but she's authentic and she's real and she's genuine. And that's why all she has to do is just show up and be herself without the pretense, without the manipulation. Even Sutton doesn't have the strongest storyline. She has some cute stuff. She's dating. She has her little store, but she's authentic. She shows up and she's herself, and it's a vibe, Kathy Hilton doesn't have the strongest storyline. She has the tequila and she's quirky, but she shows up and she's herself and she's a vibe. These women bonded together because they lack authenticity. But I want to know what you guys think. Put it down in the comment box. Do you think this is why they're unable to grasp in their minds that maybe Garcelle just was actually concerned and it wasn't a plot and it wasn't a scheme? It was just being concerned? Let me know. Put it down in the chat box below. Or do you think, no, Garcelle really was bringing this stuff up because she wanted to make Erika look bad. She really was bringing it up because she was holding a grudge against Erika. Put it down below. Let me know what you think. And any other ideas that you have that I may have missed, drop it down below. And before you do that, guys, you know what to do. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because the kiki and a little bit of conspiracy is always better with community. And also, don't forget to check out the description box below. We have tons of goodies. Shop the Love Collection. And also, super thanks, super chat if you want. And with that, I love you guys. Take care of yourself and each other. Bye.
Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor, and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and join the conversation on Instagram @Candy Washington. Let's go.